This is the edge. Imagine you're a head coach standing on the sideline at the most critical moment of a match. Your team is trailing. You have minutes to decide whether to push forward with a more attacking shape or tighten your defense and absorb pressure. For decades, this decision came down to instinct, experience, and the notebooks you'd filled watching opponents. Now, that decision can be informed by artificial intelligence that has analyzed hundreds of millions of data points about the teams in front of you. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now, in real football, in 2026. Welcome to an episode about how AI is rewriting the tactical playbook, and why the best coaches aren't replacing their instincts with algorithms, but sharpening them. Let's start with a moment that captured this shift. In 2025, Harvey, the head coach of Seattle Reign in the National Women's Soccer League, began experimenting with ChatGPT. Not for scheduling or admin, for tactical analysis. She and her staff used AI prompts to explore different formations and tactical approaches against specific opponents. One of those conversations led them to test a back five defensive formation. That formation was implemented, refined, and became part of their tactical arsenal. The result? Seattle Reign climbed from near the bottom of the 2024 standings to 4th place by late 2025. One tactical decision, informed by AI, helped reshape an entire season. That's the hook. AI isn't replacing coaches, it's giving them a new lens to see the game. So how does this actually work? Modern AI coaching tools operate on a principle that would have seemed like magic a decade ago. They are trained on vast datasets, not just match footage, but thousands of tactical sequences, player movement patterns, set-piece outcomes, and real-time performance metrics. When you feed an AI system information about an opponent, their formation, their key players, their weaknesses, it can generate tactical insights in seconds. It might suggest which formation gives you the best historical matchup. It might highlight patterns in how an opponent's defense breaks down under pressure. It might recommend positioning tweaks that statistically have worked in similar situations. Tools like YouCoach AI and Football GPT are actively being used by coaches in 2025 and 2026 for exactly this: session planning, tactical guidance, and performance analysis. But here's the critical part. These are tools. They surface patterns a human might miss. They answer what-if questions instantly. But the coach still decides. The institutional validation of this approach came at the highest level this year. FIFA launched Football AI Pro in advance of the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Football AI Pro is a generative AI knowledge assistant, co-developed with Lenovo and powered by what FIFA calls a football language model, trained on hundreds of millions of FIFA data points. Some of the products and platforms we discussed today are linked in the description, which means we earn a commission that helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. All 48 teams participating in the 2026 World Cup had access to Football AI Pro. It's designed to do what Harvey and her staff were doing manually: generate opponent analysis, provide tactical insights, assist with scouting, and output everything from text summaries to video clips, graphs, and three-dimensional visualizations of play. Think of it as a tactical library that never sleeps, available to every federation, leveling the data-driven playing field in a tournament where an edge of even 1% can determine who lifts the trophy. The impact is measurable and real. Seattle Reign's jump in standings is one data point. But look at the systemic shift. In 2025 and 2026, AI-assisted coaching became mainstream enough that major federations and clubs weren't asking whether to use it, but how to use it well. A peer-reviewed study published in Scientific Reports on July 3, 2026, examined exactly this question, titled AI-Based Performance Feedback and Coaching Effectiveness, a Moderated Mediation Model in Football. The study looked at how AI integration affects professional football coaching processes. It's not a perfect fit. AI doesn't work the same way a human coach works, but it works. The question everyone asks is, will AI replace coaches? The answer from the field is clear. Chris Van Poevelde, speaking in July 2026 during World Cup coverage, articulated the consensus. AI serves as a tool, but it will never replace players or referees. The human brain, he emphasized, remains the ultimate decision maker. This isn't sentimentality. It's recognition that football is played by humans for humans in moments where judgment, emotion, and context matter as much as data. But there's another layer to this that just emerged. At this year's World Cup, the offside technology got an upgrade. An upgraded semi-automated offside system used AI-generated three-dimensional avatars. These weren't cartoons, they were based on full-body scans of every player in the tournament, creating precise three-dimensional reconstructions of player positioning in real time. When the linesman got an alert, it was based on AI that had mapped the exact geometry of the moment. It's invisible to fans, but it's there. AI shaping the fairness of the game at every level. So where is this heading? We're at an inflection point. In 2027 and beyond, expect AI coaching tools to become more accessible to lower divisions and youth academies. The competitive advantage won't last long. When everyone has access to the same data, the edge shifts to who can interpret it best. And that's still a human skill. You'll see deeper integration between video analysis AI and tactical planning. Real-time AI assistance during matches might become common. Imagine a coach getting a live recommendation as the game unfolds, not a post-match analysis. But there's a deeper question. As AI becomes better at spotting tactical patterns, will football become more predictable or more creative? Will coaches use AI to enforce rigid systems or to free up mental space to think about innovation? The most fascinating possibility is this. AI might actually make the human elements of coaching, adaptability, psychology, game reading, even more valuable. Because if the data points one direction and a coach trusts their gut and goes another way, that decision now carries real weight. The beautiful game is still being shaped by humans. AI is just giving them a better view of what's happening on the pitch. This is the edge.